Right guys, it's T10 Fit here with my first ever Instagram TV. So the last week or so I've had a little bit of a uprising in followers, and a lot of people have been reaching out, being very nice and saying, oh mate, you shredded, you ripped. And I thought, you know, the whole point of building a fitness community on Instagram, not just me building, but everybody building, is that we can help each other and share some of our knowledge. So I thought I'd make a little video about how I stay ripped all year round. And it's not that difficult, There's a difference between difficulty and discipline. First things first, this isn't a video where I'm saying to you, wow, he's got 2,000 followers now and he thinks he's the authority on being ripped. No. This is a video for me that everyone's got to start somewhere. So for me, I was in a supplement shop in Manchester about 10 years ago, and one of the guys who was working in there, I was talking to him about supplements, and I was like, wow, I'm working out and I'm taking protein and stuff like that, but I'm not getting ripped. And he said like, well, what about your diet? And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I eat steak and chips every night. And then he sort of explained a lot of little principles to me, some of which have stuck to this very day, some of which I've adapted for myself because I've been doing this for like 10 years now. So, you know, everyone's got to start somewhere. So maybe if this video, if you're looking at my picture in a non-arrogant way and you're thinking like, oh, that guy's got some good six pack, you can have it too, buddy, you can have it too. Don't you worry, Thomas gonna tell you how. Where to start? The number one key thing, it's a little product I've got right down here. It's this, mate. It's this. First things first, you're gonna have to, I'm sorry to say this and it might sound a little bit, I don't want to sound rude in this video to anybody, but I think you're gonna have to change your mentality and the way you think about food. You can go online and search how to get ripped, and you'll find diet plans, and you'll find workouts, you'll find HIIT workouts, you'll find strength training, you'll find endurance training, CrossFit, all that sort of stuff. And all that sort of stuff, it works, but if this isn't working, doesn't matter. I think of it like a mountain, yeah? You think of it like a mountain. You've always got to be working up the mountain, up. This is being ripped to fucking shreds. If you're down here right now, it doesn't matter, mate, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself up to here. And then if you have a little hiccup, it's fine. You don't fall back down to here, you fall down to here. So me, maybe I'm certainly not perfect, don't get me wrong. I'm saying that maybe I'm around here. I'm gonna go out tonight, probably eat a little bit of crap food, and maybe I'll go down to here. But tomorrow, I'll wake up and I've got that mentality that I'll be wanting to get straight back up there. People say to me sometimes, why are you so obsessed with everything? Like, what does it matter? And sometimes I think to myself, what does it matter? What does it matter if I'm ripped or not? No one gives a shit. Nobody cares. Honestly, nobody cares if I've got a six pack or anything, except me. Because when you've been here and then you drop down to here, you can always remember when you were up here. So for me, it's like a constant battle against myself. And when I am here, then you just want to push it further. If you've got that mentality now, and I'm just example, if you've got that mentality now where you're thinking to yourself like, well, what I'll do is I'll build that solid foundation of muscle first and then I'll burn it all off. If you've done that before, or if you've got a personal trainer guiding you through that process, that's great. I'm not speaking to the people who know how to do it, but if you're a newbie and you've heard that, oh, you should build some muscle before because you need those calories and stuff like that, what I would say is like, how are you gonna know, looking in the mirror, looking at your physique, like, right, now is the time to cut, now is the time to cut. This whole like, well, I'm gonna put the muscle on first, that becomes your excuse to just carry on living your life the way you've been living it. They don't say lifestyle for nothing, it's not a diet. Like, I'm not on a diet. I don't wanna eat shit food, I don't want to. Your body doesn't want to eat it once you're used to it. That's the whole thing. It's like, maybe if you're smoking cigarettes every day, and then you hear of somebody who said like, oh, I quit smoking 5 years ago. Most of the time they won't miss it, You know, everyone on Instagram, or everyone in the fitness community, let's call it the fitness community, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the gym. For me, people might be saying now like, oh, you're ripped. But like after 3 more months, 4 more months, you're gonna be like, oh, look, this guy again, he's still got abs. But if you don't offer any value to sort of like, to sort of back that up, then, you know, it's just another guy who's got a nice body. Like, there's lots of people online, lots of influencers and stuff like that, and you think to yourself like, oh wow, look, this person's got a cool fashion. It's like, okay, right, so here's what you're wearing today. Here's what you're wearing today. Here's what you're wearing today. And after a while, I think, to me, it just becomes tiring. So what I want to offer is a little bit of value. If you want me to give you specific advice on diet of what works for me, I'll be happy to help and answer some questions, but I don't know what you do for I don't know what you do for a job. I don't know where you're at now in terms of your fitness levels. For me to come on here and say something like,
what you need to do is you need to wake up every morning and you don't need to eat for the first 3 hours of the day, and because that's going to be the fasted state, and then when you break your fast, you're going to want to get some carbohydrates on.
It's not going to matter, because my life is completely different to your life. So first of all, what I would say was, just accept that if you truly want to change this, you got to change this.